Hello, Sunday school teachers. This Sunday, we are going to be covering the wedding at Cana, which is John chapter 2. I just wanted to read the text and talk about a few things that pop out for me as you are preparing, perhaps to jog some thoughts from afar and help you in your preparations. John chapter 2, verse 1. On the third day, there was a wedding at Cana in Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. Jesus also was invited to the wedding with his disciples. When the wine ran out, the mother of Jesus said to him, "They have no wine." And Jesus said to her, "Woman, what does this have to do with me? My hour has not yet come." His mother said to the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." Now there were 6 stone water jars there for the Jewish rites of purification, each holding 20 or 30 gallons. Jesus said to the servants, "Fill the jars with water." And they filled them up to the brim. And he said to them, "Now draw some out and take it to the master of the feast." So they took it. When the master of the feast tasted the water now become wine, and did not know where it came from, though the servants who had drawn the water knew, the master of the feast called the bridegroom and said to him, "Everyone serves the good wine first, and when people have drunk freely, then the poor wine. But you have kept the good wine until now." This, the first of his signs, Jesus did at Cana in Galilee, and manifested his glory, and his disciples believed in him. Thus far the text. So just a few things that jump out at me in just this quick reading. First off, we're on the third day. We have a lot of little foreshadowings of the Easter that we will learn at the end of the gospel throughout John's gospel. So on the third day, there was a wedding. That might jog some things for us, that Jesus in his crucifixion and his resurrection is wedded to the church. He chooses to bless his first miracle, or bless a wedding with his first miracle. So that's pretty cool. The mother of Jesus is there. Jesus and his disciples are there. His mother knows something's up or something's possible. She comes to him in their need, in their moment of need. The church oftentimes is going to point those in need to Jesus in their hour of need. So it's sort of a cool little connection there. Who knows who points us to Jesus but the mother of Jesus? And who points us in our lives to Jesus but the church? Okay. They have no wine. Jesus, of course, is going to say, "Hey, wait a minute, my hour hasn't come," because his hour isn't to make wine. His hour is to be crucified in order to pay for the sins of the world, to buy back his church from its wayward ways, to rescue us from sin, death, and the devil. But his mother still knows that he will do something, that he is able to do something, and that he will. And so she says to the servants, "Whatever he tells you, do it." And I've always wondered, and perhaps this is just something to ponder, why Mary took such a particular role here. And I'd love to dig a little deeper into that for you if anyone is interested. Now there are 6 stone water jars there. So that which is used for the purification of the Jews, they're large jars, are used for this miracle. Jesus has them fill the jars with water and then draw it out and take it to the servant, or the steward. And so when it gets to the steward, it is the best wine, right? And the steward is blown away, as you and I should be too. And he calls the bridegroom, and he levels this sort of charge to the bridegroom. Usually what you do is you have the good wine first when your taste buds are still sensitive and useful. And then once people have drunk freely and you're a little bit more unable to taste things, you bring out the poor wine. But here you have it backwards. And this is really, really great wine. And perhaps he's saying this to the bridegroom because everyone else can't taste that this is the best wine, and he's been holding back in order to make sure that he's taking care of everything. Or he's doing this because he's a little upset at the bridegroom. Not really sure here. But nonetheless, this is now been told to everyone, hey, this is the good wine. As wines go, this is good. And we see his sign here in Cana of Galilee, and he manifested his glory. That should push us back to John 1:14. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we have beheld his glory, the glory of the only begotten, the Son of God. Okay, that's a Christmas text, usually Christmas morning or Christmas midnight. Okay, that's all the time we have. We're right around 6 minutes here. Just wanted to give you a little boost here, or a thought provoker. So hope you are doing well, and let me know if you have any questions. God's peace. Bye-bye.